A serious security issue has emerged that affects Oracle Identity Manager, putting countless organizations at risk. As of November 22, 2025, the U.S. Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency, or CISA, has warned of active exploitation of this critical vulnerability. The flaw, identified as CV 2025-61757, has a high severity score of 9.8. It stems from a missing authentication issue that allows unauthorized attackers to execute code remotely without needing prior access. This vulnerability impacts specific versions of Oracle Identity Manager and was only addressed in Oracle's recent updates last month. In this video, we'll delve into the details of the vulnerability, its potential implications, and the recommended actions for organizations to safeguard their systems. If you find this update helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to InfoSec Now for the latest cybersecurity news. Your support really helps us continue building useful content for cybersecurity professionals. If you found this update helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to InfoSec Now for the latest cybersecurity news. Your support really helps us continue building useful content for cybersecurity professionals. The timeline of events surrounding CV 2025-61757 reveals a rapid escalation in the awareness and response to this critical vulnerability. On November 22, 2025, CISA officially added the flaw to its Known Exploited Vulnerabilities catalog, marking a significant step in acknowledging the severity of the threat. This addition follows a proactive approach by CISA to inform organizations of vulnerabilities that are under active exploitation. Prior to this, researchers from Searchlight Cyber had identified the vulnerability and its potential implications as early as September 2025. Their analysis of honeypot logs indicated that multiple attempts to exploit the flaw occurred between August 30 and September 9, 2025, suggesting that attackers were already probing for weaknesses well before CISA's public alert. The specific nature of these attempts, which involved sending crafted HTTP post requests to the vulnerable endpoint, highlights the sophistication of the threat landscape. Furthermore, the discovery of the authentication bypass mechanism, which allows unauthorized access to critical API endpoints, has raised concerns about the broader implications for organizations using Oracle Identity Manager. The researchers emphasized the vulnerability's potential to facilitate privilege escalation and lateral movement within networks, amplifying the risk posed to sensitive systems and data. In response to the urgency of the situation, CISA has mandated that federal civilian executive branch agencies implement the necessary patches by December 12, 2025. This deadline underscores the government's commitment to ensuring that public sector entities are fortified against this exploit, emphasizing the critical nature of timely patch management in cybersecurity protocols. As organizations scramble to update their systems, the incident serves as a stark reminder of the vulnerabilities inherent in widely used software and the importance of maintaining vigilant cybersecurity practices. The proactive measures being taken now may prove essential in mitigating the impact of this vulnerability and protecting sensitive information from potential breaches. The implications of the CV 2025-61757 vulnerability extend far beyond technical concerns, affecting organizations' operational integrity and trustworthiness. With the potential for pre-authenticated remote code execution, attackers can exploit this flaw to gain unauthorized access to sensitive systems, leading to data breaches and significant financial losses. Organizations utilizing Oracle Identity Manager, particularly those running versions 1.2.1.4.0 and 1.4.1.2.1.0, must now grapple with the urgency of implementing security patches. Failure to do so not only jeopardizes their own data security but also puts their clients and partners at risk, potentially leading to reputational damage that could take years to recover from. Moreover, the vulnerability's exploitation could enable attackers to manipulate authentication flows and escalate privileges, allowing them to traverse an organization's core systems undetected. This lateral movement poses a severe threat to the entire IT infrastructure, as attackers can access and compromise additional sensitive applications and data. The situation is further complicated by the fact that the vulnerability has been actively exploited prior to the release of patches, as indicated by the analysis of honeypot logs. This raises concerns about the sophistication of the threat actors involved, suggesting that organizations may be facing coordinated attacks rather than opportunistic breaches. In light of these developments, organizations are urged to reassess their cybersecurity posture and incident response plans. They must prioritize not only the immediate application of patches but also the implementation of comprehensive monitoring systems to detect unusual activity that could indicate exploitation attempts. As CISA mandates that federal civilian executive branch agencies apply the necessary patches by December 12, 2025, other organizations should take this as a wake-up call. Proactive measures, including vulnerability assessments and employee training on security best practices, will be vital in mitigating the risk posed by this critical vulnerability. The stakes are high and the time to act is now. As organizations grapple with the implications of the CV 2025-61757 vulnerability, immediate patching efforts are paramount. Oracle has already released updates targeting this critical flaw, and it is crucial for affected entities to prioritize their deployment. The deadline set by CISA for federal civilian executive branch agencies to implement these patches is December 12, 2025, but organizations across all sectors are urged to act swiftly to mitigate risks. In addition to applying patches, organizations should conduct thorough assessments of their systems to ensure no lingering vulnerabilities remain. This includes reviewing their security configurations and access controls to identify any potential weaknesses that may have been exploited prior to the patching. Monitoring network traffic for unusual activities, especially around the identified API endpoints, is also essential to detect any signs of attempted exploitation. Furthermore, organizations should consider implementing enhanced logging and alerting mechanisms. By capturing detailed logs of API access and authentication attempts, they can better understand the attack vectors and respond more effectively to any suspicious activities. Regular audits of these logs can help in identifying patterns that might indicate ongoing or future threats. Looking ahead, continuous monitoring will be vital. Organizations should stay informed about updates from CISA and Oracle regarding any new vulnerabilities or patches. Engaging with cybersecurity communities and threat intelligence platforms can provide insights into emerging threats and best practices for safeguarding systems. As the landscape of cyber threats evolves, establishing a proactive security posture will be essential. This includes not only patch management but also employee training to recognize phishing attempts and social engineering tactics that could exploit the vulnerabilities in their systems. By fostering a culture of cybersecurity awareness, organizations can better defend against potential attacks that leverage vulnerabilities like CV 2025-61757. If you found this update helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to InfoSec Now for the latest cybersecurity news. Your support really helps us continue building useful content for cybersecurity professionals.